Hey guys, Tina here, Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Fridays. Super random at this point, I know. I don't really feel motivated to post much unless if there's something that really intrigues me. And I had two additions to my life that recently did just that. This one is Royal Muska by Micallef. This has the gorgeous crystals in the front, just like my other one, Azure Crystal Man did. And I'm familiar with this house. I've tested a lot from there, and the notes just really intrigued me, so I felt comfortable blind buying this fragrance, but I always encourage everyone not to, right? So let me give you guys the notes and then I'm gonna get into it. This one we have a top of peach and rose. We have a mid of musk and precious wood, and then we have a base of white musk. So there's really not a lot going on. Honestly, this fragrance is very linear on me. In the opening, I do get a little bit of sweetness from the peach with like a little bit, like the slightest little bit of tartness. It's really nothing crazy. The rose does not stand out. This is really a musk fragrance, as the name would suggest. Now, even though it does say Royal Muska, if you were looking for something that had like a heavy, thick type of musk that really punches, you're probably going to be disappointed by this, because what you're going to find is that this is a very clean, fresh, enchanting musk. If I had to pick some words to describe this fragrance, it would have to be charming, angelic, and fresh. If I had known about this fragrance before I got married, it would have been my wedding scent. I regret not having tried it before, honestly. It is just the most elegant, feminine, beautiful fragrance I've ever smelled. It makes me think of spring and summer. I don't live in a place with 4 seasons, but if I did, and if this wasn't like one of my top 3 daily drivers, I would probably rotate it in then. This is a total departure from what I normally gravitate toward. My other 2 in my top 3 are Profumo Roma Confetto, and then we also have Mancera Pearl. I generally go for heavier fragrances, so this one caught me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie. Going into it, I thought it would be a deeper type of musky scent, but I was pleasantly surprised. And it does have like rose in there. I don't really get a lot of rose, just the slightest hint of floral and the slightest hint of woods. It has this component to it that comes off like kind of ambergris-ish, if that makes sense. That certain je ne sais quoi that ambergris brings to a fragrance is what I find in this, and it's not listed in there. But if you wanted a good idea as far as what you would find in this, think of that. I do recommend trying it before you buy it, unless if you are really into clean musks and you're comfortable with the notes and are comfortable with the house just overall, then you can probably go and safely blind buy it. But for the general masses, I would not recommend. It is very feminine leaning. I hate to gender fragrances, but I have to put that disclosure out there. It is a very feminine fragrance. There's not a lot of fragrances that I could compare it to, but if there was one that I've had in my lifetime that is still readily available, if you wanted to kind of get an idea, I would say there's a scent by the Body Shop. It's called White Musk. White Musk? Yeah, White Musk. It comes in a few forms. Back in the day I had it in like an oil, and I think I had a spray, and it's similar in the fact that it has a very similar profile. I know that there's a different type of floral in it, but again, the floral is not like the star of the show. It really is a musk, and that had similar characteristics as far as being very light, kind of powdery, and fresh, just easy to wear. This is a super easy to wear fragrance. And don't let that fool you. As far as projection and longevity go, this does not disappoint. I actually wore this yesterday on a date night with my husband, and I can still smell it on my skin today. It'll last on your clothes for days too. Even when you wash it, you'll still smell this. The scent bubble that you're gonna get is about 1.5 feet out. It's not gonna fill up a room. So for that reason, I think it'd also make a really good office scent. It does dry down fairly quickly. overall, like I said, this is one of my top 3 scents. It is definitely backup bottle worthy, and yes, I do have backup bottles of my other top two, just because I can't see my life without it. It fits into my life in so many ways, and even though I said you'd probably grab for it most in the spring and summer, I live in sunny South Florida, and this performs amazingly in the hot weather, and it has enough depth where you could wear it in the winter. Now, as far as pricing goes, I saw the smaller 1-ounce bottle going for anywhere between like 100 to 150, and the large that I have, the 3.3, this is going anywhere from like 120 to 250, but you can find it on a lot of discount retail websites, so do your due diligence and happy sniffing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, comments, you know where to put them. Till next Friday. Bye, guys.